Before I ask you two questions, I gotta show you something. Hold up. Bare feet on the dirt. Couldn't be better. The first question is, what is our potential as human beings? The second question is, what is our capacity as human beings? I'd like you to think about those questions. I personally know that we are genetically built for health. And as one of my favorite authors, Robert Greene, has written about, we also have the genetic potential to find our tasks and master them, become masters of them. So if we are genetically built to be healthy, why are there so many sick people? And I'm not talking about the millions of people with diagnosed illnesses found in the medical books. I'm talking about the millions of people that have to wake up tired and go to bed tired. I'm talking about the millions of people that are trying to reach their adequate weight but just can't do it, or just giving up on it. I'm talking about the millions of people that have to live with pain, go to work with pain. That's what I'm talking about. Why do I have to live with pain every day? Why can't I reach my adequate weight? Why am I always tired? What is the answer to those questions? It has two parts, really, and it has to do with two ecosystems, and more importantly, how we act within those two ecosystems. The first ecosystem is our body, so the human body. And the second ecosystem is planet Earth, where we're living right now. Those two ecosystems and how we act within them is going to determine our health, how healthy we are or how sick we are. So what we can say is that all of our health comes back to us and how we act. That's not easy to say, and I imagine that's even harder to hear. The reason I don't feel good is because I'm not doing something or I'm doing something. Yeah, we need to take responsibility for our health. Who wants to hear that? Who wants to hear that it's my fault that I don't feel good? Not many people. But once we take responsibility, then everything changes. So part one is how we treat our ecosystem. How we treat ourselves emotionally and physically. And emotionally is interrelated with the physical, and the physical is interrelated with the emotional, and the spiritual health affects both emotional and physical health. So what we need to do is take responsibility for what we consume. We must eat nutrient-dense food grown in fertile soil without chemicals. We need to move adequately. We need to stretch enough. We need to rest adequately. We need to talk to ourselves in a way that's proper. We need to take care of our spines. So the first part is how we treat ourselves. What we do, what we act, what we change, what lifestyles we improve on. And it's not just to act or to do, but to give our bodies the required raw materials that the body needs to produce health. And that's where I come in as the health professional. That's where I come in and help you and guide you to make those decisions so you can give your body the proper raw materials it requires to produce health. Once we have someone on our side that's helping us and guiding us, and we know what we need to implement, then we can do and sometimes change. And change is difficult. Not short-term change, but I'm talking long-term change. I'm talking lifestyle change. That's the hard part. Now I want to quote something straight from my book. The hard part is to choose to live lifestyles that are congruent with what our cells require so they can constantly do what they do, work toward health. Change for many can be difficult, and for that simple reason, usually will not last long. It can be difficult. This is true even if the change is for our own good. Some choices will be more difficult than others. There are many factors to this, but it all comes back to one thing: our belief systems. Our belief systems are at the core of everything because our thoughts and actions are all based on what we believe, and more importantly, what we feel deep down. One of the most common healthy lifestyles that doesn't last long is the incorporation of more movement. Deep down we see it, and most importantly we feel it, as hard, painful, and tiring. How long do you think that will last? Doing something that you think is hard, painful, and just outright tiring? not too long. That is why the majority of us only reach 40% of our potential. We have so much more to give. And if we will just suffer good through those first difficult times and change the belief system to beautiful instead of hard, joyful instead of painful, and completely fulfilling and invigorating from outright tiring, we will wake up every day with not only the desire to move more, but we will have already put it on our schedule for the day. If we want long-lasting change in a lifestyle choice, we have to go all the way to the core and change our belief systems. We have to feel it. This is the part that depends on us and many times can cause suffering. We must embrace that suffering, knowing we will grow and be better because of it. And soon enough, the suffering will turn to joy. Our hard part is learning that short-term suffering will evolve into long-lasting joy. And that is nothing compared to what each and every cell has to do every day. If we consciously choose lifestyles where we provide all necessary nutrients and avoid all pollutants, our cells will do the rest. So that's part one. And if we start to do part one, we'll naturally gravitate to part two. Part two is take care of our only home we have, planet Earth, ecosystem planet Earth. I found the best way to do that is by using permaculture. It's a word that many of you may not know. It means permanent agriculture or permanent culture. It's a bag of tools that helps us regenerate soils. And that's how we can help planet Earth regenerate soils. As nature heals, as the planet heals, we will also heal. We have the knowledge, we have the tools. Now is the time to do it. As we work, or as I like to say, play in the dirt and give our bodies what it needs, which is nutrient-dense food grown on fertile soil without chemicals, adequate movement, proper rest, stretching enough, talking to ourselves in a natural way, and taking care of our spines through a professional that guides us and helps us achieve our health goals, we will naturally return to Earth because that's who we are. And as we work with Mother Nature and heal her, we will also start to feel better. My hope is that the information you will receive in the following pages will give you a hunger to return to your roots, the desire to return to nature and to come up with new ideas of how to do it. Even more importantly, I hope you share those ideas so we can all become a healthier people, because deep down, that is what we want, to be healthy and happy. Returning to the earth is the fastest, cheapest, and easiest way to do it. You can get in contact with me at BenPageDC on Instagram. Send me an email at benpagedc@gmail.com or visit my website, pastosverdesfarm.com. See you next episode.